Donald Trump is losing it as Hunter Biden tries to end his term. That's right. Hunter Biden has surfaced as a social media hero. He started an account on X, and he's been posting about Donald Trump and the Trump regime's corruption. And Hunter Biden is now one of the most viral people in the entire world, every day calling out Donald Trump and this despicable regime with posts like this. He showed Don Jr. posting about Goldco, America 250. I'm proud to own physical gold and silver inside my portfolio. Signed, Don Jr. And Hunter Biden goes, this is the type of shit that needs no words to troll itself. This is actually real. He's really posting infomercials plugging this, using America's 250th anniversary too. More like, as my dad tanks the economy as fast as he can, nothing is more patriotic than getting your hands on some Don Jr. gold to celebrate America's 250th anniversary in case it's our last. This is SNL material, or even better, hashtag smoke fleet material. Hunter Biden then responds to this report by the Daily Beast. MAGA supporters have seemingly had a change of heart about attacking the former first son, with many now championing him for sobriety. Hunter writes, I've taken a lot of hits and I've deserved some of them. I beat myself up over them more than you can imagine, but the grace people have shown me here is truly humbling. Some of the kindest words have come from people you'd least expect, and for that I am so grateful. This isn't about me, it's about every person in recovery who shows up and tries again. And to everyone still in the fight tonight, you are not alone. I see you. And then he writes, WTF? What the F timeline are we on? Someone now called me the MAGA whisperer, and I'll gladly take the title. Left, right, Democrat, Republican, we all want the same things. We're being divided on purpose by the Epstein elite oligarch class, because as long as we're at each other's throats, they get fat and rich off of our misery. The second we figure out we agree on more than we disagree, they're done. Love your neighbor, be yourself, radical honesty, no fucks given, no fucks taken. Everything else is just noise. But still, fuck Jake Brick Tamlin Tapper on any timeline. Hunter Biden then says, so let me get this straight. Jake Tapper is focused on attacking my mom. Jared and Ivanka are building a private island paradise on Albanian protected land. Don Jr. married the daughter of Jeffrey Epstein's banker, and a startup his fund backs just got a record $620 million Pentagon loan. Eric is taking an Israeli drone company public for $1.5 billion in the middle of a war with Iran that nobody wanted. And I know, but what about your paintings, Hunter? Please. Then someone goes to Hunter. So Hunter, both families have leveraged proximity to power for deals. Kushner's Gulf Cash and Albania Resort, Trump Kids Ventures, and your Burisma board seat plus art sales while your dad was VP and president. Then Hunter addresses it head on. The only business I engaged in was selling my paintings. I averaged about $225,000 per year in income over 4 years of my dad's presidency. Now, you may be outraged by that, but where is your outrage over Don Jr. opening a private members club next to the White House called the Executive Branch Club, where the stated purpose is to rub shoulders with senior White House officials and cabinet members, and the initiation fee, $500,000. Where is your outrage over Peter Navarro calling from inside the White House to push the Pentagon to grant the largest loan it has ever made to any company for a rare earth startup backed by Don Jr.? Where is your outrage when Donald Trump took a Boeing 747 from the government of Qatar? $400 million, over $1 billion in taxpayer money for upgrades, the most valuable gift any foreign government has ever given the United States. And when he leaves office, it goes to his library. He sued his own IRS for $10 billion and settled. And the settlement declares the IRS, and I am quoting the filing here, is forever barred from pursuing its audits of him, his family, and his companies. Then some of the MAGA trolls started posting photos of Hunter with a pipe in his mouth. And Hunter goes, I know this may sound petty, but I can't stand it when people Photoshop a meth pipe in my mouth. A crack pipe doesn't have that little bowl at the end. That is why we can trust AI. Please make the appropriate edit. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Then somebody writes, I refuse to ever be on the side of this pedophile named Hunter Biden. Then Hunter Biden responds, what the F are you talking about? Do you all drink from the same poisoned well? There are so many other true things you could say, like crackhead, criminal, I am a convicted felon, drunk, etc. It's just so lazy. Do better. Then somebody writes to him, brother, you are the elite class, you effing dipshit. None of us will sell millions in paintings or get jobs on foreign company boards, but you did. How did you do that? Because of your father's political power? You are not one of us. You and your family are the problem. To which Hunter responds, okay, man, believe what you want about me, but for 1 minute, separate your disgust for me from what I wrote. Do you feel good about the way this country is tearing itself apart? And if I am part of the elite class, then I'm here to tell you from inside the house, they are screwing you. So just wake up to that. Then somebody goes, do you still have your laptop, Hunter Biden? And Hunter goes, no. So the laptop was never just a laptop. They hacked my cloud and there were several stolen devices. The legally blind, and I kid you not, repair shop guy turned over a hard drive to Rudy Giuliani and his lawyer. They, among others, then used the data, I believe, to hack into my cloud. They cobbled all of the disparate data together, organized it sinisterly, labeled folders, and then distributed it first piecemeal through the New York Post, and then ultimately put everything on the internet. Over 29 years of my digital footprint. I'd argue it is the most egregious violation of privacy in modern politics. What they found was evidence of a man who suffered for a period of time from a severe addiction to crack cocaine and alcohol. What they did not find was anything to do with bribery or foreign corruption or any crime outside of those related to my drug use. Short answer, I don't have the laptop. The whole world does, and they've had it for 7 years now. And then he writes the following. Things most Americans agree on. Groceries cost too much. Tariffs suck and make no sense. Congress and president shouldn't trade stocks. The debt is a mess. The border should be secure, but legal immigration is good. Endless wars are stupid, especially ones that nobody wants, that have never been explained. Americans are exhausted. AI is like my new best friend that also might be trying to take my job, my ability to think for myself, and my humanity in the process. Yo, like, I love you, but what the F, but I still love you. Diversity is actually awesome, the opposite of boring as F. Canadians are super effing cool. Mexicans are chill. Putin isn't a good guy looking out for America's best interest. Rocky IV and Miracle are great movies. Good neighbors are a blessing. Freedom of religion and coexistence without having to blow each other up is probably a good idea. We all question, are we alone in the universe? We all F up along the way. Epstein didn't hang himself. The Trump and Epstein were best friends for decades. It's like Bert trying to tell us Ernie was just an acquaintance in the same social scene on the Sesame Street back in the day. The Cowboys suck, go Birds. Things we're told to fight about. Me, laptop, vaccines, transgender and sports, pronouns. That's the joke. Then Hunter posts, the MAGA whisperer strikes again. Also, on a serious note, I'd like to ask Peter Ducey to please ask the president when I get my royalty check for those Where's Hunter t-shirts. It's been 4 years now and he keeps telling me the check is in the mail. And here's the video he posts of Ducey asking Donald Trump, should Hunter run for president in 2028? And then Donald Trump's been posting photos late at night of himself drawing of like Hunter Biden drawing him, like literally at midnight. Donald Trump's been posting these photos of Hunter Biden you can see right here. Now, Caroline Gosling writes, all of the influencers here now being Hunter Biden superfans seriously creeps me out. Hunter then goes, I don't really think it's about me, Caroline. I think it's about the idea that we have all fallen down and that we all wish we could be a little kinder to each other. And we all hope for a little grace and understanding when we get honest with ourselves and the world. And we all have that friend or brother or parent or son that has fucked up but fought back to get on their feet. Or that may be you, or it may be the one that lost the battle, and we are mourning them every day and asking, why couldn't he fight for himself? Whatever it is, it's not about me. It's about all of us. So I genuinely ask you to forget about me and reach out to someone you love who is struggling and tell them you'll fight alongside them if they will fight for themselves. Somebody else writes to Hunter, I have a young adult child in addiction. It isn't just your recovery that gives me hope. It's that you are now strong enough and honest enough to transform the endless vitriol and judgment into kindness and encouragement. To which Hunter responds, it's so hard, but the thing my dad did for me was that he never let me go. As much as I tried to run, I always knew he was waiting. And I know I tortured him. It still makes me cry to think about what I put him through. But I came back, and he was where he always was, waiting to love me. Then somebody reached out to him and said, I'm still battling my world of hurt, Hunter. Not drugs. My tool is vodka. Lost my dad. My mom is hospitalized for 14 months, then lost her too. My husband, mom died in between. Lost some bestie doggies. Life is something too effing hard. And Hunter goes, Denise, I say this to everyone. The thing that was killing me more than anything else was not the crack. It was the vodka. Alcohol is the worst drug of them all. I was drinking a handle a day while smoking crack. It's the hardest to stop and the easiest to start. It's the only drug outside of benzos you can die withdrawing from. And I know why you drink. You drink because at first it works. Don't want to feel the way you feel. Well, for people like us, we know the answer, but you can stop, but rarely alone. Ask for help. Get honest with someone you trust and tell them you need help. We are never alone. I see you. I hear you. The one thing we all have in common is pain. We think we are alone, but we are not. I have faith in you. I really do. And I don't even know you. It's so much better on the other side. And somebody goes, who the F is Hunter? Explain someone, please. Hunter goes, he's a recovering crack addict that has now found a new addiction. It's apparently called shitposting. Then somebody who has a Johnny Cash avatar writes, your whole family is a disgrace, Hunter. And Hunter goes, I see your profile picture. That's Johnny Cash, my hero too. Arrested 7 times. Smuggled 668 amphetamines across the Mexican border in 1965. Took every drug there was, drank like I did. Cheated on his first wife, slept with more women than I ever did. Hit bottom in a cave in Tennessee in 1968, trying to crawl off and die. And then he got up. He got clean. He spent the rest of his life singing for prisoners and addicts and the people the country threw away because he knew he was one of them. That was the whole point of the man in black. He wore it for the poor and the beaten down. He wore it for the prisoner who has long paid for his crime. He wore it for the ones who never heard a word of Jesus. He wore it for the addicted and the dying. He wore it as a standing witness that no one is past saving. You picked his picture. You did not pick his message. Try listening to his words. Then somebody named Joe goes, go back to drugs and cookers, you irrelevant criminal. And Hunter goes, I think you meant hookers, not cookers. The more polite term, however, is professional sex worker. Either way, enjoy the basement, Joe. Then somebody goes, oh, please, the real MAGA sees right through all of this. We know you guys are the real uniparty. The MAGA you're talking about isn't the real MAGA. They are the MAGA that fell for the uniparty's propaganda. You will not win this. Then Hunter goes, win what? A golden pair of Trump sneakers, a Trump mobile phone, a signed Trump Bible, maybe one of his weird superhero NFTs. Who made you the selector of MAGA? People are tired of being lumped into a party or an ideology because of something they said, did, or who they voted for in the past. We're bigger than all of that. Just cut the bullshit and do what's right for the 99% of us. More powerful words there from Hunter. Then I'll leave you with this right here. Sarah Guerra, who works for Congressmember Garcia, says, Hunter Biden, we are hiring someone to tweet for the oversight Dems. Do you want this job? Hunter goes, I'll do it for free. Then the House Oversight Dems go, "Hi, Hunter Biden. We are pleased to move you to the next stage of the hiring process. Please provide your start date, direct deposit information, and the names of any House Republicans likely to experience a complete emotional breakdown upon your employment." There you have it. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thank you all so much for watching.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.